What is going on, everybody? And in this video, we'll be taking a look at the KTM X-Bow GT4, which, if you all are familiar with the X-Bow, we have one in the Alpha GP class that is absolutely insane. So I'm really interested to see how this car is going to do. Now, if we go over to the customization aspect of this vehicle, it's probably going to be very, very minimal. By just looking at it, you can kind of see the whole car is literally like special carbon fiber. From really far away, though, I think this could be considered a Lego car. Unless I'm just tripping, but it kind of looks like it's made out of Legos looking at it really far away. So you could do the rims to it if you would like. I'll leave the stock ones on there. And you could do the caliper colors as well, plus whatever vanity items you all own you can throw on there if you would like. Besides that, there really isn't anything else that could be done to the vehicle. So besides all the customization and all that, which pretty much can't be done to the vehicle, which kind of makes sense considering it's already insanely customized, let's go out and take a quick look at it and then do a top speed run on it. And then let's take this into a touring car race to see how it will compete and do against some of the other best touring cars in this game. So I'm over here on the highway by Miami, Florida, mainly because this highway is crazy over here. So here is an outside look of this car. Obviously, it is a race car. Taking a listen to it. Sounds just like the regular X-Bow R, which does make sense. So let's take a quick little look at the interior, which I'd say will probably look like the X-Bow as well. If I can actually... There we go. So the interior does look a little different in this thing, which I do like. Obviously, this car actually looks pretty awesome. Let's go do a drive on it now. I'm really interested how fast this thing can go. So right off the bat, the first thing I notice is the shifting on this car might be something that hurts it a little bit when racing, because it does have a bit of a delay there, like the Renault and all those cars and the Superleggera, which are very, very good in this class. Those do not have a delay when you're shifting them. They're very quick, so that could slow this car down a little bit, but I will test it out in the race and go over it there to see how it does. Speed-wise, I'm doing 234, and I have not even used my nitrous yet. So let's hit nitrous. I'd say this car should do over 250. Yep, so with nitrous, it's doing over 250 miles an hour, which is insane. So this car can definitely be used on, like, the US Speed Tour races, probably. Quick little interior view. I have a little build on the car, which I'll leave at the end of the video as well. So obviously, handling of the car is going to be insanely good. It is a touring vehicle, so it has the slicks on there, and the handling of these cars normally are, like, top tier. So overall, I gotta say, wow. I mean, this thing's gonna be anything like the regular X-Bow R in the Alpha GP class. People should be a little concerned. This thing is gonna be insane to race. And, well, there's a wall there, so let's go jump into a race. I wanna see how this thing will compete in there with its handling and the speed mixed. So for the touring race, I decided to do the Miami racetrack because I really do enjoy doing this race. And it's a great way to see how this car will do. You get some speed on it and go around a lot of turns. So let's see how it handles overall. So acceleration-wise, the car seems pretty decent. Obviously, this is on Ace, so the racer is going to be kind of annoying. Nonetheless, I'll be able to catch up to them, though. On turns. So the grip is very nice on the car so far. Shifting is good on it. Excuse me. Fly by you there. Let's just speed up a little bit. I feel like I'm going really slow for some reason. Fly around these turns. I want to see how the car really does around the turns and all that, because that's really how these cars shine. Brakes on the car are very good. So downshifting into fourth there, the car went around that turn with no issues, which is actually pretty impressive. So I have to say, like I mentioned before, first glance and driving the vehicle, like immediately, I think the shifting might be this car's biggest downfall, mainly because the other cars fly through the gears really fast, and, well, many might be like, well, the little delay there doesn't really matter too much. Well, to be 100% honest, on these cars it kind of does, because you really do need that speed when coming out of these turns and going into them, and, well, having that weird delay there definitely makes a big of a difference. So downshift into third out of fourth, so I could fly. So, like, downshifting and going back into the gear, I do not have that power boost out of that turn there because of how the shifting is on the car. So this car is definitely really cool looking, but it might not be the greatest thing to be using compared to, like, the Renault or the Superleggera. Those cars are insanely good. One thing I do give credit for, though, this car has insanely good handling, so it just, like, eats the freaking ground for breakfast, considering far away at first glance in the menu it looks like a Lego car. So being in the right gear around turns might help a little bit too, but downshifting a little bit, because if I'm going too slow, you can hear the car bogging a little bit, because it's like it needs more power. So I try to downshift into a different gear to get more power out of that, and, well, it struggles. So right there, I kind of flew past that with no issues, so I'm going to say the handling of this car is definitely top tier compared to other touring vehicles. Like, it is actually really good. It might even be almost the best compared to a lot of the cars. A lot of the cars do struggle in some areas. This car's handling is insane. So let's downshift into fourth here. So I shifted right into fourth there because I was redlining, and you can see the car, like, lose a little bit of power there, which could be a problem when shifting. Obviously, a lot of cars could suffer from that, but definitely could be an issue when racing. See how it do. I don't think I'm going to beat my time on this thing at like 305. If I beat it, I'll be kind of surprised. But the handling of this car alone could probably get you some good track times and all that. Trying to learn how to keeping the speed up in the turns and all that with how the shifting is. Could be something to learn, but nonetheless not impossible. I'd say the KTM's definitely a car to look at. We all know how the other X-Bows are. The one in the GP class is absolutely insane. Probably my favorite car in that class right now to be using for pretty much anything. It's super fast, it handles insanely good, and this car's right with it. I mean, it's fast. The shifting on it's pretty much its only downfall. The handling is absolutely insanely good on it, and the overall speed of this car is very impressive. Let's downshift a little bit more here. So I got pretty close to my other score. I got like 305 with my other car, which I believe was the Renault. Got 309. Not too bad though, considering this car is new, and well, the handling on it is very impressive. The main thing you guys will notice, like I said, is when testing this car out, try to figure out around the turns with the shifting and all that, because it's definitely something I was noticing when racing it a little bit. Losing the power like that around turns could be a big issue, especially in summits. You do not want to be losing power when trying to get the best times possible. Anyway, I'm going to show you my settings for the new KTM X-Bow. How is the car? Well, it's a new vehicle to have in the touring car class, so I guess any new car can't really complain, but car's wrapped in carbon, looks pretty awesome overall as well. Sounds pretty cool. Actually sounds just like the other X-Bow because, well, it's the same vehicle, just kind of insanely modified, the body style at least. And here are my settings.